E agora tu só quer a morena mãe. Tira, tira, tira. Hey.
Yo, 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 yo. How we doing this afternoon, gang? Yo, I feel like I just seen y'all, man. What are y'all back doing here, man, already? No, I'm playing. Shout out to everyone that was here this morning, man. We had a lot of fun. Even though nothing happened, it was still a good stream, bro. Every stream a W stream. Fuck you mean? Nah, man. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Take-Two's earnings call is going to start here roughly in about an hour. I figured I'd go live about an hour beforehand to gather, everyone up. We can have some discussions, some conspiracies, and all that good stuff, man. You already know. Yeah, we'll be listening, and we'll definitely do that. That's for sure. And hope for the best, man. And hope for the best. Don't say a word, brother. Don't say a word. Yo, Colin was good. Devastated. Antidote. Logan. Colin, my boy Andre. Say it ain't Dre. Mad Chill. What's good, homie? Hey, make sure everyone does me a huge favor, man. It's free of charge. Well, if you want to pay for something, you could become a channel member. Have a dope-ass owl next to your name. But for free of charge, hit that like button, all right? Definitely helps me out, and some more people could see this live stream. How we feeling this afternoon, guys? Like I said, man, I dozed off for a little bit, but not even like an hour, man. If I would have for longer, bro, I would have still been sleeping. I feel like I would have missed the thing, guaranteed. So thankfully, I set my alarm. I was gonna try to sleep like an hour more because I didn't sleep well at all last night. I was like, fuck it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna have obviously some new people here. Make sure you guys are subscribing. If you want to talk in the chat, of course, and hitting them likes on the stream. Let's get some. Oh,
At American Screeching Eagle
God.
has just donated $100 through Super Chat. What's
My
up, man?
guy.
It has been a long time. Sorry, I moved to Nebraska. I bought a farm in Nebraska. I also bought my dream truck, a 2009 Ford F250 V8 Power Stroke Diesel Lariat.
Bro, that's fucking awesome, but holy shit. Yo, $100 super chat? Yo, that's crazy, man. Make sure everyone throws W's and red hearts in the motherfucking chat, man. Like,
W's in the shot.
wow, bro.
W's in the shot.
Hey, you don't gotta say sorry, man. Look, I always say your life is number one. That comes first. All the other live streams, all that shit, social media comes second, man. It's good to see you in the chat, and I fucking appreciate it more than you'll ever know, bro. $100? Sheesh. Yo, I really appreciate it, man. I don't see those that often. When I do, bro. Wow. Thank you, dude. I'm still in that process, man. I feel like I just woke up to that, man. Wow. Dude, I got such an amazing community, man. Very, very fucking blessed, you guys. I have no idea, dude. Oh, my bad. I got the wrong screen. Let me gather my bearings. Yo, so yo, again, one more time, guys. Throw some W's.
W's in the shot.
And red hearts one
W's
more time.
in the shot.
For the one time, man, for my guy. Really appreciate it, gang. Helps out with everything that I do, you know. Especially 100, you know, whether you guys become a member for $1, everything. I try to invest back in the channel. I mean, honestly, there's not much more I even need for my setup at this point. But just know, it helps out more than you'll ever fucking know, dude. For real. All right, man. What a way to start off the stream. Everyone else say hi, man. Starting things off cooking hot. Thanks to my man's American Screech. You already know. Come on, man. I love it when, yo, like, it's my subscribers, bro. They have, like, the American Eagle. Like, you know that's badass already. Like, come on. I'm the owl. We got the eagle. But, yo, everyone, I know most of you guys probably can't talk because you're not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe so you guys can talk in the chat. And hit them likes, guys. So we got 60 people here already. God damn. Make sure y'all hit them likes, man. So more people can see the stream. Free of charge. If you guys want to drop a super chat, like my boy, American Screech, you don't got it, you know. It's up to you if you want to send 100. You don't have to. I don't expect those. But when I do get them, they definitely hit different for sure. Let's see. Are we gonna see GTA 6 trailer 3? Let's hope so, man. There's rumors there's gonna be something after. I heard rumors there's gonna be something before. So that's when I wanted to go live like an hour before. I got the Take Two's call thing right here. So we're definitely gonna listen in. I think you gotta make an account or something. If not, I can just find someone else's stream and listen to it. I can find other ways to listen to it. But we are gonna be listening in. Is that true that GTA 6 is getting delayed? No, that was a lie. Fat out, blatant lie, man.
Nope.
Not happening. Look, man, I'll tell you this. Hold on, I don't know, bro. I have the most craziest timeline, dude. Take Two earnings call. Let me pull the time up for everyone. So for me, it starts roughly in about an hour, I'd say. Yeah, I say roughly in about an hour. But they can always start like 20 minutes sooner. So yeah, I'd say roughly within an hour. So it'd be exactly 4:30 for me. So they can start, anytime. Yeah, within an hour. Yeah. So we got plenty of time to chop it up. You guys got any questions? ask them away, man. We can have some conversations about, you know, what could happen. Let me give everyone a quick summary of what to expect in the meeting. So I know a lot of you guys, maybe it's your first earnings call you may be listening to. Some of you guys probably, I've remember covering these back in 2017 when I first started. So I know about these, but let's see. They used to be a little bit different back in the day, but kind of the same. They weren't really as popular to stream. Like, I swear. They were never like a stream thing, really. Yeah, no, never really. But we still cover them though. No, actually, I lied. The only time we'd cover them is if like we knew a DLC was about to drop, and we'd kind of like use that as you know, be like, oh shit, that mean a DLC or they're about, yeah, that meant something good is about to happen back in the day. But yeah. Oh yeah, wrong one. Oh yeah, right here. I'll read this here. I'll wait for more people to pull up, and then we'll go ahead and read this. Is it coming today? Yeah, today, my man. Are you talking about the game? No. Release date's not gonna be till November. Bro, I wish. You kidding me? Oh, if he's streaming on Twitter, then I'll just join on his thing. Oh, nice, perfect. All right, yeah. So, all right, that'll save me from having to make an account. I thought I already had one made, but I guess I didn't. So yeah, we'll just listening with Ben. I like Ben. He's a good dude, man. He don't post no BS. We'll join his Twitter space and listen in, of course. When he goes live. But yeah, let me read what to expect. Have what's been happening to the call being leaked? Oh no, but there is. I'm glad you brought that up because Strauss Zelnick did talk about some interesting things earlier. Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has spoken in a newly released interview with Gibbs about GTA 6 marketing. Basically, it's nothing crazy. He just hold on. Here's the thread. He just says he goes on to say a very significant broad-based marketing campaign that reflects where audiences and attention is today. He likely means the game will be marketed more broadly this time around, thanks to the era of social media, whether through influencers, digital ads, and so on. And remember how I brought this up, and no one's been talking about this. I was saying, yo, what if, like, for promotion, they actually do, like, a thing where they, like, maybe a beta, where they let, like, huge streamers, not even me, like a, typical gamer, IGN, people like them, do, like, a beta or something like that. Honestly, I hope not. Because then, if they were to be able to post gameplay, like, beforehand, I feel like that would ruin it. But, yeah, no, actually, I hope not. Well, if I'm invited, yeah, but Brandon, what's good, my guy? Let's see. Master Mills, yo, looking fresh. G, appreciate it, fam. If they don't say too much about GTA 6, hopefully they'll say something about next gen RDR2. Those leaked a while ago. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, they're gonna have it like an enhanced version. Been listening to Both Ways by Juice and repeat. Hey, shout out Juice, man. Rest in peace. Hey, chat. What's up, man? What's up? Guys, do me a huge favor and hit them likes up, man. Like I said, it's free of charge. Again, huge shout out to my guy, American Screech, bro, with that $100 super chat, man. Started off the stream with a bang, bro. Holy. Appreciate the fuck out that. Let's see. I'm gonna do a poll. See what you guys think. Oh yeah. But yeah, that's what that was about. He just touched on the marketing. The marketing, and he touched on how it's a bit different from 2013. You know, obviously, 2013, the only social medias back then was Instagram was just getting popular somewhat, not even. I didn't really even start using my Instagram until like 2015, if we're being honest. I did use it before, like a year before, maybe like 2014, 13, 14, but I didn't really start using it until like 2015, if we're being honest. And that's when Snapchat got popular around then, 2015, 2016. Yeah, yeah. And that's when social media all started to blow up after 2013. Keep in mind, the only social media anyone used back then was Facebook. Yeah, we're that old, or at least I am. Well, I was like 18 around the time when it dropped, GTA 5. So yeah, we don't have back then. There wasn't all the promotion that back then it was more. They relied on more billboards. So I feel like we still will see probably a lot of billboards and shit like that, but not as much. And obviously, I feel like they're gonna really do something with live streaming, bro. I really do. Yeah, recipes Lil Key up. All the real ones, man. You should get low key in a call with you for the meeting. Well, he's gonna be streaming if he wants to. I'm done. I think he should be streaming. Was watching, seeing Easy and that dude kept capping, talking about how he lead GTA 6 seconds to the GTA 6 trailer 3 because Rockstar told him to. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that dude, man. Like, I went back and watched, and he like was like really just riding TGG, bro. When I didn't even say nothing bad about TGG. If anything, I actually said something good about TGG. And because as you guys know, a lot of you guys probably knew or whatever, but me and TG, a bit of a history. I don't hate the guy or anything like that, but you know, I was just talking about his video he did and stuff like that, and I didn't even say nothing negative about it. And this dude was like crashing out about it apparently. And I guess some people had told him to come to my stream or whatever. And I went back. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this? Like, bro, is just like, I don't know. It's never mind. He ain't even worth talking about, bro. Yeah, that shit was just stupid. Yeah, nothing got leaked. Like, dude's just a fucking moron, bro. Needs to mind his business. Hi guys. Let's see if anything. Yeah, we'll see if anything happens. I'm gonna do a poll. Again, we're at like 60 people already, man. Stream's booming. We need to get them likes up though, man. Everyone like up the stream for me. Like I said, it's free of charge. Unlike that $100 super chat for my guy. You know what I'm saying? And that way it'll bring in more people. More people can see the stream. Helps out with the algorithm and all that. So, let's see. Let's do a poll. I want to see what you guys think. All right. I'm just gonna do like the yes, no. Or hold on. All right, there we go. Vote. Vote away. Vote away. Vote away on me, baby. Okay. We'll go back to this in a second. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hold on, man. Just getting everything ready. How's everyone doing this afternoon, man? Fuck TG's little baby ass couldn't take all the hate on this opium streams. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, man. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try not to, you know, go too crazy. I'll talk my shit here and there, but I'm gonna try not to go too crazy. Cause at the end of the day, I don't want to come off sound like just a hater. Cause it you know, even if you dislike someone, you can still kind of I'm not saying you guys have, you know, your freedom of speech and all that. Obviously, here, y'all can roast away to anyone. I don't care. But yeah, I just feel like it's best, bro. You know, cause like, yeah, I don't really care what anyone's doing, bro. I'm just here to stream for you guys, for my community, and anyone that's new, yo, welcome. But yeah, I'm not trying to come off sound like, you know, just talking shit nonstop, cause then you begin to sound like a hater, and that's one thing I'm not, bro. But like I said, man, obviously we don't agree on shit or whatever, but I'm over here in my own world, so that's all that matters. You feel me? I bet we're not getting a trailer till the end of July. Damn. End of July, though, you think? What makes you think July, though? I'd be willing to bet we don't get anything. Damn, August? Terrible? Why? Why you feeling terrible, man? Hopefully, Chiller 3 in damn, a lot of you guys saying July or August now. Y'all are scaring me, dude. I want it now, bro. I want it this month, or at least early June, bro. If not this month, early June. All they will probably say today is the game is still on track November 19th, which don't even really mean much because they said the same thing. But yeah, that's it kind of puzzles me because, well, you know what got me thinking too? He's streaming, you know, looking like he's about to celebrate. And my boy Ben, my man's Ben, he's getting ready to stream and he was getting all hype about it. And he's saying he's got a lot to break down. Oh, he's live right now. Okay, we'll join in 1 second. Let's see. Should we join right now, guys, with Ben? It's not a space. Let's see.
At American Screeching Eagle has just donated $100 through Super Chat. When you think we will get trailer 3 for GTA 6?
Holy shit, bro. Another one? Yo, you're crazy, dude.
W's in
Yo,
the
everyone,
chat.
man. Everyone.
W's in the
W's
chat.
in the motherfucking chat, bro. Another $100 bomb, bro, from my guy. American Screech. Dude, thank you so much, man. When you think we'll get trailer 3 for GTA 6? Dude, I always say it like this. Sooner the better, man. Like, literally, sooner the better. Like, whenever someone says July, August, I'm like, nah, fam. Like, now, today. So, if I had to say, I still say this month, bro. I could be wrong, but I still say this month. If not this month, June. I don't think no later than June, bro. Dude, again, for real. Thank you for the big super chat, man. 2 of them. My man's dropping bombs, bro. God damn. Yo, my day's going great, man. I'm just trying to process everything, man. I just woke up and then, you know, my man's dropped 100 on me and yo, another one like that, dude. Again, if you guys can throw some red hearts in the chat for my guy, man, because you know, obviously I don't get those often, but when I do, I appreciate the fuck out of them, and they help out, like I said, a lot, bro. More than you'll ever know. Like, seriously, I really mean that when I say that, dude. And anyone else who wants to support, bro, I do appreciate it. Everything adds up and it's funded back into what I do mainly, you know. And honestly, I'm just gonna save. I've been saving all my money I'm making, you know, with GTA 6, for a new car, and also just many other things, and just been saving. And I'm gonna get a few more things for my setup and I'm honestly just getting ready for GTA 6. If we're being honest, I'm gearing up and getting ready for GTA 6. This is the final stretch. We're going to the summer hot. And yeah, dude, again, American Screech. Appreciate that a lot, dude. My bad, I couldn't see your full name. It just said American Screech. So American Screech and Eagle. Love the name, by the way. And also, yeah, that's what I think. I think we'll get trailer 3 sooner rather than later. I'll just say that. It's probably the best way to put it. Cyberblade was good, man. Cameron. Holy Reds W. What's up, Leo? Yeah, I know, right? Dude, I swear I get whenever I get like huge donations when I least expect it. But that's a good thing. You know, I always remind everyone that when they stream or new to streaming, the first thing I always get asked is, "Drama, how do I make money?" You never want to have that mindset, man. Always do it for fun. But I do appreciate it, my guy. Holy. Oh, damn, I missed the dono. Yeah, bro. I love that alert. I forgot I had that, a Godzilla alert. All right. Everyone has GTA 6. What do you mean, Down syndrome? Is that what you mean? Damn. I missed the. I just read that. Should we join Ben's? I think he's live right now. Or is he not? I don't think he is right now. No. He was. Let's see. Oh, he's probably not ready yet. Yeah, we're gonna join in with Ben. Because he's gonna be hosting, so we can just listen in with him. So yeah, it should start within the next like half hour or so, I'd say. Yeah, within like a half hour, 45 minutes. So everyone, welcome. Make sure you guys are hitting them likes, subscribing if you're new. We're gonna be talking everything GTA 6, obviously, man. Hoping for the best, man. We're hoping for the best. At the very least, we will get, you know, just them saying that we're gonna be, you know, on track for the release date. But I don't know. I just find it hard to believe that Rockstar wouldn't maybe tweet something out. Like this right here, it's got me thinking now, bro. Ben knows something. I'm not saying he does, but I'm not saying he doesn't. Because he just said, please don't tweet anything now, okay? I got a feeling they're about to drop something, guys. I'm not trying to gas y'all up. Maybe I'm just gassing myself up. Look, I'm just speaking literally, bro, from the top. Yeah, this ain't scripted, bro. This is like, I feel like they're about to drop something. Do you guys? I really feel like they just might, bro. Right before the meeting, too. I don't know, bro. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? Oh shit. I hope so, man. We need something. I'm fiending for it. I'm fiending. I think we all are at this point, bro. Oh, he was doing a test? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he's just trolling. But I know Ben he knows more reputable people than I did.
At American Screeching Eagle has just donated $100 through Super Chat. The first thing I'm gonna do in GTA 6 is hunt alligators lol, and what you think the prices will be for pre-orders for GTA 6.
Sorry, I almost fell out of my chair. Bro! Stop! No, I'm playing. Keep coming. No, hey.
W's in the shot.
Bro.
W's in the shot.
The first thing I'm gonna do in GTA 6 is hunt alligators. And what do you think the prices will be for GTA 6? Yo, I love that super chat, by the way. Yo, I love all three of them. They're getting better and better. Wow. Everyone, please flood the Yeah, bro. Dude. Every once in a while, you'll get someone new, and they'll you know, communicate through the, that's how you know they're about their money, man. And dude, I really fucking appreciate it again. But to answer your question, dude, holy $300 super chats. What the fuck? No, that's funny. So the first time I do is hunt alligators. Well, the first thing I want to do with the alligators, feed my ops to the alligators. Chop them up if we can, feed them the fucking gators. Well, you kind of can in RDR too. You can tie some, yeah, you kind of can, but I feel it'll be more detailed in GTA 6, do some mafia type shit. Chop the body up, throw them to the gators. And then prices, I think they'll be regular standard price, like 70 to 80. But we were talking about this earlier, and I think the standard edition will be $80. But I could be wrong. Maybe they'll be chat, what do you guys think? To answer my man's question, I feel like it's gonna be the same standard $70 for the standard edition, but you gotta think there's gonna be different editions. Probably gonna have a deluxe edition, you're gonna have or like a platinum edition, you're gonna have like a maybe like a founder's edition, I guess something like that to where where it comes with a bunch like a shirt, maybe, some merch, shit like that. Get like some like a rare item, few items you can like have codes for to unlock in the game, maybe a DLC. So whatever one is the most expensive is the one I'm gonna get. Cause like I've been telling you guys, I want to provide whoever's watching, which is gonna be a lot. Hopefully everyone here. When GTA 6 is out, bro, I'm gonna go all out. So I got y'all, man. Because it's worth it for the content, and I want to make sure that I'm providing the best quality and every experience for you guys possible, man. So yeah, that's to answer your question, my guy. And again, thank you so much for the not one, not two, but $300 super chats, man. Which is obviously, yeah, 300, man. Holy, hit you another Don DeMarco, my guy.
Don DeMarco.
Shout out to you, man. Bro, communicating. Oh yeah, I read that. My bad. Play mini golf till it comes out. You said let's see Jade alligators. I wouldn't mind. Bro, I'm about to try to hunt some gators. Yeah, bro. Obviously gators are gonna be a huge thing because it's Florida. We're gonna be in Florida, Vice City, and all that. And then with the Everglades and all. Yeah. Gonna feed my ops to the gators, bro. That's what we'll do. Our first casualty in G-Time, or probably a story mode. We'll probably try it out. But my first victim in online, I really want to just feed him to the gators. How are you? I'm well. How about you, bro? Wait, you said what, bro? You do what? All right. Yeah, I'm still trying to like, man. I haven't got that in a while. It's been a long time, bro. W support, man. Like I always say, bro, if you guys are just pulling up, man, I got an amazing community, bro, and it's growing stronger and stronger. So welcome everyone that's new. If you're here to stay, bro, for the long run, I got y'all with the content. You guys, everyone. By the way, Leo, I appreciate the compliment earlier, bro, about me being on the money and everything. Because I was gonna respond to that and say, yeah, like this is what I do, man. don't think. I think it'll show when he's live. Let's see. You know, when I first started my channel, I started covering updates and, you know, stuff for, yeah, just updates and DLC coverage, and I'm still holding it down all these years later, you know? So, what you doing, Teddy? Hold on, give me 1 second, I'm letting my dog up. Not outside, he just wants out of my room. I was a TG fan, and now I'm this. VTG. Oh my god. Yo, what the fuck? Oh, fuck. That's diabolical, bro. I'm staying out of that, man. I'm staying out of that one, bro. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's funny. Yeah, bro. That's one thing here, bro. You know, like I said, I'm gonna tone down my shit talking to TG because I feel like I don't say I was going overboard, but you know, there's gonna be disagreements and shit. Trying to be not the bigger person, but you know, I'm just trying to be more professional, especially right now with well, that's one thing I'm gonna never do. I'm never gonna censor myself. Well, to an extent, until like, you know, certain nights we go on kick or something like that, and we're doing different stuff. But yeah, you know, I feel like going towards GTA 6, I just don't want to come off sound like a hater, you know, because I was listening back on the reason I didn't tell you guys this, I was listening back on one of my streams, and I just was like talking about them, and the way I was listening to myself, I was like, damn, bro, sound like just like a fucking hater. I was like, I'm just not gonna, like, I'll talk my shit about whoever, I don't give a fuck here and there, but I'm not gonna, you know, unless someone like really deserves it or something, you know, like people that get sent to the gulag here on the channel, the idiots that we be seeing, you know, shit like that. But yeah, I mean, you know, look, at the end of the day, yeah, he's a lot fucking bigger than me, bigger, you know, numbers and all that. We're all still human, and you know, he's in the same boat as me, even though he's got a lot more money, a lot more views and all that. Um, you know, but when it comes down to content and everything, he kind of does the same. I don't even want to say same style, but he's in the same, you know, kind of. Y'all know what I'm saying when it comes to, you know, what I do, content wise, and you know, sometimes you in this community, you know, you're gonna clash with people. I've clashed with many. I've always come out on top. And that's not a shot to UTG if you're watching. I don't think I think he's probably streaming or whatever. But yeah, it's honestly no hard feelings. It's really more just yeah, you know, I don't like everything the guy does or whatever, but I'm not gonna sit here and bash the guy, you know, for the whole stream and shit. So I'll put my differences aside, man. Because I feel like for the long run, man, it's a better look for me. You know, if people come to the chat and they just hear me, like, I mean, yeah, I know y'all think it's funny as fuck when I'm roasting someone, because I definitely can talk my shit. And I'm still gonna talk shit about him, just not as much. I'm gonna tone it down, because, you know, I don't want to sound like a hater. Anyways, he deserves all shit talking. Hey, man, like I said, I think all hate that anyone gets is brought onto themselves, bro. Any hate I get, I can handle. I'm a grown man. I'm sure he can. So he was too high in opium. You guys are going in on him today. Yo, what's good, Batman? Yo, good to see you, my brother. What is good with you, man? How's the famo? Yo, that name's diabolical, bro. Some Matt Show Katana, 100% better for the yeah, exactly, bro. And that I'm not gonna lie, Leo. I'm not gonna get in detail, but like, no, like what you said to really like made that had an impact on like this too. Like thinking about everything wise, like how I present myself and talking and everything, bro. It's almost like I felt like I got a call from like like that joke. Sometimes people are like, yeah, he got that call, bro. That's how almost how I felt, Leo. when we were talking. No, Leo's a good friend, bro. He just we had a good talk and shit, man. And it just made me like think, about good, just a good positive conversation, bro. Something a friend would tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? So Americans went crazy. Yeah, bro. I love the name too, because you know what? My little brother, he had that name, his channel. Some of you guys maybe remember. It was called America American, what was it? True American. So that is badass. Everything's cool with me. How about you? Good, man. Just chilling. Just let's see. Is Ben live yet? Not yet. We're guys, we'll know when the Take Two thing is live. We're gonna join Ben. I'm pretty sure he'll go live as soon as the Take Two earnings call is live. I have it right here as well, but yeah, bro, that's why I wanted like I'm being yeah, it almost felt like that in a way, bro, but and I appreciate the fuck out of that dude, like for real. Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's like signs more growth for me, and I've already came a long way, and y'all know what I've been through. Well, if you haven't, I'm not gonna get in details, but been through a lot, man. But I'm not want to sit here and you know think about this shit because we here right now. We getting close to some GTA 6 news, hopefully, and well, we are. It's just a matter of you know could be any time at this point. It feels like, right? But yeah, I appreciate that. CXR. Me wondering how many stupid mobile questions they'll ask. Oh, you mean the meeting? Hopefully, it's all good news instead of bad news. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. Let's go over my bad. I want to go over this with you guys. Also from Ben. Let's see. So he's talking about this is from earlier. I'll go over this again for those that didn't hear me earlier. Pretty much Take Two CEO Strazonic has spoken in a newly released interview. Talking about the marketing essentially stating that the marketing campaign will not resemble the approach taken for GTA 5. He goes on to say a very significant broad-based marketing campaign that reflects where audiences and attention is today. He likely means the game will be marketed more broadly this time around, thanks to the era of social media, whether through influencers, digital ads, and so on. So him saying that right there makes me think that they might promote GTA 6 through live streamers. I mean, look at Drake, bro, biggest artist in the world. Just dropped the biggest album, potentially, like, I don't want to say of all time, but biggest album definitely of the year. And, the new thing that rappers do is they promote the shit on live streams, the biggest lives, because live streamers right now have more influence and can spread more to, people than your regular news now, obviously. Who the fuck watches the news? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is all on either on Action Gear News from, everything is everything's streaming. Like, that shit's, them days are over. They're like, so maybe. I do got a theory. I feel like they might do drops. And for GTA Online, the summer DLC, they might do drops for people that maybe are streaming GTA Online, so you can unlock shit for GTA 6. Just a theory. Let's see. Yo, Drama Nation, what's good, man? I feel like this just means they're going to promote the game via social media more than facts, yeah. They got to, man. They gotta go all out. You know, I mean, they're rock star. They can move at their time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot's changed since 2016. Here's, by the way, here's the time spread for everyone around the globe. If you're wondering, for me, it should start, or for everyone, it's gonna start here anytime now. So could be up to like 25 minutes at 4:30 for me. But Ben was saying they could start 20 minutes early, so could be any time now. Let's keep out for when Ben goes live, and we'll join him on his stream here on X.
What did I miss?
Yo, Spaz. What's good, man? Appreciate the $2 super chat, bro. My brother. What's goody, man? Appreciate that, man. Yeah, to my guy, with the dude, that's still I still can't believe my guy dropped $300. And my Spaz at the $2 super chat, man. Coming through. Means a lot, man. Like I said, everything adds up and, helps out more than you guys will ever know. So thank you. If you guys want to be able to talk in the chat, just subscribe. And yeah, man, you guys got any questions? We can have some conversations and speculate a little bit. Now, it's weird. I had a few people pop in. I haven't really seen nothing about it. Well, I've seen like some shit on X, but you can't believe these bullshit ass account on X, bro. Because I look, and this ain't me being a hater, bro, but most of these new GTA 6 streamers and GTA 6 accounts you see, they want to be, easy views and part of the wave of GTA 6. They know everyone's like looking for news for it, and they get caught. A lot of people are new and they don't know what the fuck to do when it comes to live streaming. Obviously, I'm a veteran in this shit. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. And I encourage new people to stream. I really do. But, there's some cool people I've seen that are new. But you don't really want to be like, I don't know. At the end of the day, just stream however the fuck you want. Honestly, bro. I don't care. Just as long as you don't act like Mr. Boss. All right? Don't be in no Mr. Boss shit, bro. I don't think I have Katana. It sounds is that like frozen? Like, are you talking about Italian ice? If so, then yes, I have, of course. $300 dono? Yeah, in total, my man has dropped 300s, bro. Yeah. Hello again. What's up, bro? Welcome back. I remember you were here this morning. Shout out everyone that was here this morning as well. We can't watch it, but you'll be able to listen in. Give me 1 second. I'm waiting for Ben to go live. Oh, he knows something, bro. Or maybe he's trolling. Maybe he knows I'm watching. He knows everyone's watching. He said, we passed 5 minutes without a delayed tweet. Whew. Okay, something's coming, bro. Y'all think I think he's trolling, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Part of me feels like he knows something. Cause once I seen like, hold up. Yeah, if whoever wants a link, I can definitely give it to you guys in the chat if y'all want it, and that way you guys can listen to it yourselves. So if y'all go to, here's the actual Take-Two's earnings. I'll put this in the chat if y'all want that. Y'all can listen in. You just got to make a quick account, and then you just click on this one right here, the webcast process thing. And you just got to make an account. All right. So I don't know if he has a YouTube. I found my ex, so it doesn't show he does. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe he's being a bit cryptic. Or maybe they're all I think they're all trolling. I think they're trying to pull. I think they're trying to either he like is teasing it or he's just getting everyone going because everyone's been going crazy for the yo, holy goon bait, bro. I think he's just like pulling everyone's tail, bro. That's like, you know, all the GTA 6 people and all that. I don't know. I just hope for something, man. Ben, are you trolling, man? I don't even know if he's watching. Let's see. Is he live yet? Bro, what if there's actually a tweet right before the fucking... What if Rockstar does, like, a tweet right before the fucking call? It's from Gotham Baddies? Always, bro. Hey, if y'all can, go ahead and like up the stream for me. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'm so excited for this. But the thing is, I really think they might... No. That delay everyone sees or seen earlier today was fake. And look, with Straw Zelnick already quadrupling down, and he literally did a podcast or an interview rather, just like 2 days ago, and or no, like a few days ago, and he literally said that, you know, the same thing. Yeah, it's coming, November the 19th. No delays. He did talk about the marketing today. He like a little interview with let's see. Let's see if Ben's live yet. Is he not live streaming it? Let's see. Zelnick, chairman and CEO of Take-Two Interactive, stated our fiscal 2026 performance was expected and exceeded our initial expectations at every label. We believe fiscal 2027 will establish new record levels of operating performance driven by the November 19th launch. There you guys have it, man. He just confirmed it. So the meeting must have just started, right? Or is that from earlier? That might have been from earlier. Let me try to find a stream that has it. Yeah, this from earlier. He did an interview, so I don't think they're live right yet. So that's dope. Yeah, that right there obviously should clear the air about, you know, delays if you guys have any worries about that. But yeah, what has me thinking, man, is, you know, Vinewood Motors, he's like very, I want to say Tyler Rockstar, but I'm seeing people that are very, you know, reputable, I guess you could say, very, like, doing, like, he's firing up a stream tonight. See you there, you know, with the palm tree and that. It's got me thinking, bro. And then Ben, I don't know if Ben could be trolling. All right, here we go. I guess we're just going to go off what Ben's posting. All right. K2 Straw Zelnick in GTA 6. We believe fiscal 2027 will establish new record levels of operating performance driven by the November 19th launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, along with strong execution across our portfolio. So all they do is gather in the audience. What do you mean? Take-Two? Let's see. I don't have my account made on here. If you guys wanted to listen for yourselves, you just click on this link and you guys can well, I don't even know if it's a listening thing. I think they just like whatchamacallit? Yeah, I believe it's happening now. Take-Two stock went up a bit again. Let me see if I can find a hold on. But no, that's great news. Just now, with the earnings call, he confirmed. Hold on, let me go ahead and do this real quick so I can get this live with y'all. Fuck. But no, that's good news though. At least no delays, no delays. Thank God. Thank God, man. Y'all still think I had some people telling me, bro, that they really think that there's gonna be something today still. Hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to find. But it could fall. Shout out to professional. Hey, there's me. Man, fuck the big three. It's just big me. For me, it's 4:16 in the afternoon. All right, let's see, Mr. Tez, what you got? Oh, you just retweeted that. Okay. Yeah, so it started. Strauss Zelnick, man. Oh, here we go. Got some more info. Take-Two expects 8 to 8.2 billion in net bookings for fiscal 2027 between now, April 2027, thanks to GTA 6 launching during this current fiscal year. And April meaning obviously a fiscal year is literally what he just that's what they call a fiscal year. So starting from April, or what he just said. So for fiscal 2027. So all the money they're gonna make from all the way till it's a lot of fucking money, dude. Holy. Got bees on the table. Bees on the table. Man. What was GTA 5's? How much? Grand Theft Auto 5 made astonishing 1 billion worldwide in revenue with its first 3 days. Can y'all imagine, bro, what GTA 6 is about to do? That was back in 2013. Boy. Oh man, it's gonna be shattered. That's actually insane, dude. Yeah, Take-Two expects 8 to 8.2 billion in net bookings. Well, that's for whatchamacallit. That's just what they expect to, to make like an estimate. With all the sales. That's not the same as like the budget. Like Rockstar can have I think their budget's like a $1 billion budget. But I'm sure if they needed another billion, I'm sure they can obviously get it from Take-Two. I'm sure 1 billion or however much their budget is plenty. And it'll make that all back like nothing. We're still fucking back. Let's go. I know, right? fuck, man. I will say this, man. Even if we don't get no like GTA 6 like a trailer or the pre-orders today, at least we know for sure now that we're not getting no more delays, which is a huge W in my opinion. Take-Two Straw Zelnick will not announce the GTA 6 price during the earnings call. He said never, ever, ever. Yeah, you know, Rockstar's got to be the one to come out and say that, man. I was telling y'all this before the meeting that they will not break any news. That's just something they don't do. You know, if Rockstar were to say beforehand, like right before the meeting, yeah, obviously they, you know. No, Take-Two Interactive CEO Straw Zelnick told Variety when asked during an interview Thursday if GTA 6 pricing announcement would be coming tied to the company's earnings release this afternoon. We never make marketing announcements in our analyst calls. Never, ever, ever. It's a pretty firm one, man. Pretty firm, never, ever, ever. Nearly 470 million copies of Grand Theft Auto have been sold, up to 5 million this last quarter. Can read this RDR2 real quick. Now marks Red Dead Redemption 2 becoming the third best-selling game of all time worldwide per the Take-Two earnings call. Huge congrats to everyone involved creating this incredible game, especially Ryan Clark. Yeah, facts, man. I agree. By the way, we're gonna continue the single player. Probably this weekend for those who are interested and want to tune in. We're gonna continue RDR2, man, on PC. Probably tomorrow or the next day. I'm fine. We don't see a trailer or pre-orders, bro. We just need a Yeah, exactly, man. I feel like it's a huge relief today that everyone got confirmation that we're not getting a delay. Even though we heard him say it already like 5 times, I guess we need to once you hear that 6th time, you know, for sure. Especially now at this meeting. So we'll go to a tornado. Oh shit. Stay safe, my man. Never stop chasing. Yo, Betrayful, what's up, Brody? So that means there's no well, here's the thing. Take-Two can only speak about like budgeting stuff, like how much they're gonna potentially make, you know, when it comes to money. Because they're at the end of the day, they're the parent company of Rockstar and they're partners, but they're not gonna be ever the ones to break any news. So Take-Two, if you guys are expecting them to like say anything new about GTA 6 in the call, not happening. Now, if Rockstar would have said something before the call, you know, like, hey, like they, you know, Rockstar obviously would have had made a tweet, whatever that tweet had been, a trailer 3, then yeah. So pretty much they can only go off what Rockstar has already put out in public. That's all and then they can kind of go give us a little data on, you know, shit we're talking about now, like how much they expect to, you know, like it's 8 billion to 8.2 billion for the first fiscal 2027 between now and April 2027. And then yeah, he confirmed the release date, November 19th. Anything new? We'll see. Oh, he's live. Tune in on the stream. Let's see. Or no announcement regarding the market. Well, I will say this, man. The market is obviously doing great. I mean, GTA 6 is GTA 6 at the end of the day. It speaks for itself, right? But like yeah, we've already seen, you know, we see trailer 1, trailer 2. I know we all ready for that gameplay and everything, but it's just good to, hear this call to get some, just that extra confirmation. Like, yes, thank God it's dropping November 19th, no more delays. Because I know a lot of y'all were worried about that, but like we were talking about, that was a fake leak earlier this morning. And regardless, bro, there wasn't going to be any more delays, because it would damage. It would make, like, I don't know, I think it would fuck a lot of shit up. Low key. So all right. So the meeting started. If you go to Ben's Twitter, bro, just type in if you're about to stream, go to Ben Video Tech. He's updating live right now. Pretty much what we know right now is all Take-Two is confirmed the release date. No more delays. Pretty much. That's that. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically it, bro. So far. Take-Two, low-key, you know this. They don't break news like they gotta wait for Rockstar. But yeah, that's all they've said so far. So yeah, he didn't miss anything really. Sadly, Rockstar didn't tweet nothing out. But there's some people saying that they might still today. So we'll see about that, my man. And they did talk about how much they're gonna make as well. Or the estimate amount or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, he said Take-Two Sean Zelnick will not announce the GTA 6 price during the earnings call. He said never, ever, ever. Literally. Take-Two expects between 8 billion, 8.2 billion in net bookings for fiscal 2027. Talk about bees on the table. And yeah, just confirm the release date as well. So yeah, thank God no more delays, bro. Yeah, low key there is. Let me look up the other days real quick. I just had it up. I believe there's gonna be. Oh no, that's a different one. I think the next one, if I'm not mistaken, is gonna be November. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the next one. This might be the last one. If I'm not mistaken, the last time I seen, bro, I don't think they're gonna do another one for a good while. I'm just waiting for Ben to go live here. Let's see. Is it behind? Oh shit. Waiting for Ben to go live. It's live right now, but you got to make an account. Here, I'll give you guys the link if y'all want to. You got to make an account and stuff to like join in the whatever. Hold on. Here, you guys gotta just create like an account, and then you should be able to join if you want to. I'm just doing this way because it's more hype this way. Just kind of like listening with Ben, on the fly, and just get updates with you guys like this. I prefer doing it this way. It's more exciting this way, in my opinion. But if you guys want to, that's the actual like page right there, and then you just click the you just make an account. I'm pretty sure. But yo, welcome everyone that's here, man. I appreciate it. If you guys are new, subscribe, hit them likes up, get them likes up, man. Got some huge super chats today, this afternoon, man. I do appreciate it again. And yeah, obviously we are listening in, man, with Ben. He's keeping us updated. Shout out to him. Let's see. What do you mean shut up about the delays? Like, why would you say that, bro? Like, don't you want confirmation that the game's still come out on time? Yeah, people keep talking about all the game is going to be delayed. Shut up about delays not happening. Bro, how about you shut the fuck up and go watch someone else, you fucking faggot? Fuck out of here telling me how to talk on my stream. Who the fuck do you think you are to come to my stream and tell me what the fuck I can talk about? Like, what the fuck? The fuck you think this is? This is Drama Nation headquarters over here. I make the rules here, okay? You don't. Fucking pussy. God damn, I can't stand people like that, bro. Go fucking tune into the thing, bro, yourself and listen. Quit talking about the, like, what? Dude, literally, like, shut the fuck up, dude. Fucking pussy, man. Like, literally. This community, dude, full of brain dead fucking morons, I swear to God. Literally, bro, like, I put the link for you to listen yourself, and he still wants to complain and tell me how to run my stream. Like, tell me to shut up. Like, who the fuck are you talking to, dude?
For joining our conference call to discuss our results for the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2026 ended March 31, 2026. Today's call will be led by Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Carl Sladoff, our President, and Lainey Goldstein, our Chief Financial Officer. We will be available to answer your questions during the Q&A session following our prepared remarks. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that statements made during this call that are not historical facts are considered forward-looking statements under federal securities laws. These forward-looking statements are based on the beliefs of our management, as well as assumptions made by and information currently available to us. We have no obligation to update.
I'm gonna refresh, my bad. Damn, a couple of seconds behind.
Forward-looking statements. Actual operating results may vary significantly from these forward-looking statements based on a variety of factors. These important factors are described in our filings with the SEC, including the company's most recent annual report on Form 10-K and quarterly report on Form 10-Q, including the risks summarized in the section entitled Risk Factors. I'd also like to note that, unless otherwise stated, all numbers we will be discussing today are GAAP, and all comparisons are year over year. Additional details regarding our actual results and outlook are contained in our press release, including the items that our management uses internally to adjust our GAAP financial results in order to evaluate our operating performance. Our press release also contains a reconciliation of any non-GAAP financial measure to the most comparable GAAP measure. In addition, we have posted to our website a slide deck that visually presents our results and financial outlook. Our press release and filings with the SEC may be obtained from our website at take2games.com. And now I'll turn the call over to Strauss.
Thanks, Nicole. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today. I'm pleased to report that we concluded fiscal year 2026 with excellent results, including fourth quarter net bookings of $1.58 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range. Net bookings for the full fiscal year were $6.7 billion, which was approximately $750 million above the initial guidance we provided last May. NBA 2K delivered record net bookings and recurrent consumer spending. Zynga achieved its highest level of net bookings since we acquired the business in 2022. And the Grand Theft Auto series once again exceeded our expectations and continued to drive significant net bookings and deep engagement with its passionate community of players. Fiscal 2027 is poised to be a breakout year for Take-Two, led by the November 19th release of Grand Theft Auto 6, arguably the most anticipated entertainment property of all time, and we're excited that Rockstar Games will start their marketing campaign this summer. Our initial financial outlook for fiscal 2027 includes record net bookings of $8 to $8.2 billion. This reflects meaningful growth over last year, led by the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6, along with the successful execution across our entire portfolio. We expect to sustain this higher level of scale and generate strong cash flows well into the future as we release our robust long-term development pipeline and capitalize on new opportunities across our highly established, multifaceted business. Turning to highlights from the quarter, I'll begin with our fantastic mobile performance. Toon Blast grew approximately 25% year over year as Peak introduced new events and features, including Temple Guardians, Deep Quest, and refined level experiences. Match Factory continued to perform with players responding positively to its live service execution and a continuous pipeline of player-friendly features, such as the collectible album. Empires & Puzzles outpaced our forecast and grew 5% over last year, driven by a robust slate of in-game events celebrating the title's 9th anniversary. Color Block Jam grew 15% year over year and remains the highest grossing title in Rollic's history. Top 11 delivered its strongest quarter ever after 16 years in market, driven by superb performance of the Bundesliga and live operations innovation. 2K's mobile offerings posted another solid quarter, with WWE Supercard reaching nearly 39 million lifetime downloads, NBA 2K Mobile continuing to expand its audience, NBA 2K26 Arcade Edition maintaining its top 5 position on the Apple Arcade charts, and NBA 2K All-Star in China growing to nearly 10 million registered users after just 1 year in market. Our direct-to-consumer channel continues to drive net bookings and margin growth as we integrate additional mobile titles from our portfolio and deepen our relationships with players by reducing payment friction and enhancing the end-to-end user experience, which is generating improvements in conversion and customer loyalty. As the regulatory landscape continues to evolve, we're even more confident in the sustainability and growth profile of this platform. The Grand Theft Auto series continues to outpace expectations significantly and demonstrate incredible momentum leading up to the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th. Recurrent consumer spending grew 5% year over year, with strong engagement in GTA Online, driven by a Safe House in the Hills, one of the best performing updates in its history. This content offering provided a wide range of community-requested features, including mansion properties, the return of Michael DeSanta from Grand Theft Auto 5, all new missions, vehicles, exclusive GTA Plus benefits, and the powerful new Rockstar Mission Creator that allows content creators to make their own GTA experiences. Sales of Grand Theft Auto 5 advanced further, with nearly 230 million units sold in to date. GTA Plus continues to see significant growth year over year, led by the holiday update and highly attractive monthly benefits, such as the inclusion of NBA 2K26 in its games library. In addition, Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2 achieved its highest level of annual unit sales since its launch year, with over 85 million units sold in to date. During the quarter, our sports offerings also performed well. NBA 2K26 continued to expand its audience. To date, the title has sold in over 10 million units, representing a 5% increase over NBA 2K25. Recurrent consumer spending grew 10% as we benefited from higher daily active users and games played per user. In keeping with our strategic focus on innovation, Visual Concepts launched Season 5 for NBA 2K26, their first ever college-themed offering, featuring 16 iconic universities, which was welcomed by NBA 2K's vast community and provided a glimpse of what's to come in college basketball for next year and beyond. I'd like to thank our partners at the NBA and the NBA Players Association for their continued engagement and support in our collective mission. On March 13th, 2K and Visual Concepts launched WWE 2K26, which was well received by critics and consumers alike. Engagement has been excellent, with recurrent consumer spending up 20% year over year and more than 85 million matches played, an increase of 7% compared to WWE 2K25. 2K is supporting the title with multiple updates through its Ringside Pass. I'd like to thank Nick Khan and his team at TKO for their unwavering support and partnership as we continue to evolve this series further for fans of the game. PGA Tour 2K25 enjoyed a fantastic resurgence. 2K captured an influx of new players and drove strong organic interest, by aligning Season 5 with the start of the PGA Tour season in January and including the title in PlayStation Plus. During the quarter, our consumers played 60 million rounds of golf, representing a 110% increase over the third quarter. 2K will support the franchise throughout the year with several more content updates. In closing, we're incredibly excited by the promise of our future for our players, our organization, and our shareholders. This year has the opportunity to be a major inflection point for our company, defined by groundbreaking entertainment experiences, creative and operational excellence, and record net bookings. With our flexible balance sheet, our strong cash position, and our expectation that we'll generate over $1 billion in operating cash flow this fiscal year, we believe that we're extraordinarily well positioned to take measured creative risks, to pursue accretive M&A, and to invest in technology that will unlock greater creative capabilities and operational efficiencies across our organization. I'm immensely proud of our teams and exceedingly optimistic that we'll continue to drive greater success and shareholder value for the long term. I'll now turn the call over to Carl.
Thanks, Strauss. I'd like to thank our teams for another strong quarter and for laying the groundwork for an exciting chapter in our company's history. We are extremely optimistic about our upcoming pipeline, which includes 29 titles through fiscal 2029. In the interest of precision, we are now only counting mobile games in our pipeline that have been specifically scheduled for worldwide launch within the 3-year window. Our teams continue to develop and test many new titles not reflected in this outlook, some of which may be added to our multi-year count. Fiscal 2027 is set to be a milestone year, led by the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th. We plan to release 6 additional titles during the fiscal year, including 2 mobile titles, 3 sports titles, which are NBA 2K27, PGA Tour 2K27, and WWE 2K27, and 1 platform extension. Our labels will also continue to provide new content and experiences that drive engagement and recurring consumer spending across many of our previously released titles. Looking ahead, we currently expect to deliver 22 titles throughout fiscal 2028 and 2029, including 1 mobile title, 5 sports titles, 3 core new IPs, and 13 core existing IPs, which includes 7 sequels and 6 remakes, remasters, and platform extensions. We look forward to sharing more about our groundbreaking pipeline, which we believe will drive a new period of growth and long-term returns for our shareholders. I'll now turn the call over to Lainey.
Thanks, Carl, and good afternoon, everyone. Fiscal 2026 was an exceptional year for Take-Two, as we achieved record net bookings and operating performance. Each of our labels significantly outperformed the initial forecast we provided last May, as our teams maintained their focus on product innovation and delivering the highest levels of quality and value. I'd like to thank our teams for their passion and dedication as we embark on this milestone year marked by the highly anticipated release of Grand Theft Auto 6 and strength across our core businesses. Turning to our results, we delivered fourth quarter net bookings of $1.58 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range of $1.51 to $1.56 billion. This reflected better than expected performance from the Grand Theft Auto series, several mobile titles, and the Red Dead Redemption series. Recurrent consumer spending growth was strong, increasing 7% over last year and accounting for 82% of net bookings. This included 7% growth for mobile and 5% growth for Grand Theft Auto Online, both of which surpassed our expectations. NBA 2K increased 10%, which represented one of the strongest fourth quarters in franchise history, but was softer than anticipated as trends moderated from the extreme growth we achieved during the second and third quarters of the year. During the quarter, we launched Sid Meier's Civilization VII for Apple Arcade, PGA Tour 2K25 for Switch 2, and WWE 2K26. GAAP net revenue increased 6% to $1.68 billion, while cost of revenue declined 5% to $741 million. Operating expenses decreased significantly to $928 million, as last year included a $3.6 billion impairment expense related to goodwill and acquired intangible assets. On a management basis, operating expenses declined 2% year over year, which was favorable to our guidance due to lower marketing expenditures, some of which shifted out of the period. For fiscal 2026, we achieved net bookings of $6.72 billion, which was above the high end of our guidance range of $6.65 to $6.7 billion. Recurrent consumer spending grew 17% and accounted for 78% of net bookings. NBA 2K grew over 30%, mobile increased 13%, and Grand Theft Auto Online increased 6%, all sharply exceeding our initial May guidance. Operating cash flow was $624 million compared to our forecast of $450 million, reflecting our fantastic fourth quarter. We spent approximately $163 million in capital expenditures, which, due to timing, is favorable to our forecast. GAAP net revenue rose 18% to $6.65 billion, and cost of revenue increased 11% to $2.8 billion. Operating expenses decreased significantly to $3.9 billion due to the impairment charges that I mentioned previously from last year's fourth quarter. On a management basis, operating expenses rose 7% year over year, which represented strong leverage over the prior year. Today, we are providing our initial outlook for fiscal 2027. We project net bookings to range from $8 billion to $8.2 billion, which reflects approximately 20% growth over fiscal 2026, primarily due to the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 on November 19th, along with successful execution across our entire portfolio. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be the Grand Theft Auto series, NBA 2K, Toon Blast, Match Factory, Empires & Puzzles, the Red Dead Redemption series, Words with Friends, Color Block Jam, and Zynga Poker. We expect recurrent consumer spending to be flat to fiscal 2026 and to represent 65% of net bookings. Our recurrent consumer spending forecast assumes NBA 2K is up high single digits, the Grand Theft Auto series is up, and mobile is down, due to last year's success of Color Block Jam and our assumption that trends will moderate for several of Zynga's mature mobile titles. We expect the net bookings breakdown from our labels to be roughly 36% Rockstar Games, 35% Zynga, and 29% 2K. We are forecasting operating cash flow in excess of $1 billion, and we expect to be in a net cash position by the end of the fiscal year. We plan to deploy approximately $200 million of capital expenditures for game technology and office buildouts. We expect GAAP net revenue to range from $7.9 to $8.1 billion, and cost of revenue to range from $3.5 to $3.62 billion. Our total operating expenses are expected to range from $4.18 to $4.2 billion. On a management basis, we expect operating expense growth of approximately 8% year over year, which represents significant leverage over fiscal 2026. This growth is largely due to higher marketing expense to support the launch of Grand Theft Auto 6 and our new mobile releases, as well as higher R&D costs. Now moving on to our guidance for the fiscal first quarter. We project net bookings to range from $1.32 to $1.37 billion compared to $1.42 billion in the first quarter last year. The largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be NBA 2K, the Grand Theft Auto series, Toon Blast, Match Factory, Empires & Puzzles, the Red Dead Redemption series, Color Block Jam, Words with Friends, and Zynga Poker. We project recurrent consumer spending to decline by approximately 3%, which assumes high single-digit growth for NBA 2K and declines for mobile and the Grand Theft Auto series. We expect GAAP net revenue to range from $1.45 to $1.5 billion and cost of revenue to range from $578 to $594 million. Operating expenses are planned to range from $926 to $936 million. On a management basis, operating expenses are expected to grow by approximately 3% year over year, primarily driven by a modest increase in personnel costs. In closing, fiscal 2027 will introduce a new level of operating performance, which we expect to sustain well into the future, driven by a robust pipeline and expansion opportunities across our core franchises. With our focus on incorporating new technologies and tools, we feel confident in our ability to scale our business, generate operational efficiencies, and leverage the power of our balance sheet, which we believe will drive long-term shareholder returns. Thank you. I'll now turn the call back to Strauss.
Thanks, Lainey and Carl. On behalf of our entire management team, I'd like to thank our colleagues around the world for their commitment to excellence and to our strategy of being the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company in the entertainment industry. To our shareholders, I want to express our appreciation for your continued support. We'll now take your questions. Operator?
At this time, if you would like to ask a question, press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. To withdraw your question, simply press star 1 again. We will pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster. Your first question comes from the line of Eric Handler with Roth Capital Partners. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. Thanks for the question. Laney, just a couple things within the guidance. Looks like, at least on a non-GAAP basis, your operating expenses are looking, let's call it for round number purposes, about $3.8 billion. That's a $300 million incremental increase on a year-over-year basis. How much of that is due to marketing? And when you look at sort of like the trend for the next couple of years for G&A and R&D, what do those trajectories look like? I assume they'll be much smaller than revenue growth.
Yes, that's correct. So we expect to have a lot of leverage over the next couple of years as we continue to scale the business. And for the $300 million hire for this coming year, about half of that is for selling and marketing expenses for the entire company, as we have significant marketing for our entire pipeline of titles that are coming out this year.
Okay, that's helpful. And then as a follow-up, how should we think about RCS? You know, and once GTA 6 comes out, how are you sort of thinking about the trajectory of GTA Online when that game is launched?
Rockstar will provide more details on the GTA series when they're ready to talk about that.
Yeah, I think you're asking though, to what do we expect will happen with recurrent consumer spending regarding GTA Online? And look, I think to say that everyone has been pleased by the ongoing trajectory of GTA Online, Red Dead Online, the sales of GTA 5, the sales of Red Dead would be a great understatement. These titles have proven to be vastly more resilient than anyone expected, and I think it's a reflection of the quality of the work that Rockstar has done. Despite the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 is now has been in market for 3 console generations, it continues to sell. It's now up to 230 million units. Red Dead is up to 85 million units. So, you know, we're so extraordinarily pleased with how Rockstar's titles have performed. It's difficult to know exactly how Grand Theft Auto Online will do after the release of Grand Theft Auto 6, but certainly it will stay in market, and certainly there are many, many consumers who love the title.
Thank you. Very helpful.
Your next question comes from the line of Colin Sebastian with Baird. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Congratulations on the year. I have a couple of questions as well. I guess first off, as cash flow influx in the per the guidance for the coming fiscal year, how are you guys thinking about capital allocation between returning to shareholders versus other uses? And I have a follow-up.
So, you know, this will sound boringly consistent with our answer to this question. It's the same as it has been for as long as we've been in the position of having positive cash flow and positive cash balances. There are 3 uses of our capital here. First, to support organic growth. This company's story has largely been an organic growth story, and we certainly have expectations for organic growth in fiscal 27. And we believe that fiscal 27 is setting a new benchmark, a new standard for this company going forward. And that's all organic. But as you can see from our numbers, we have to invest to be in a position where we can grow in that way. And our balance sheet and our P&L allows us to do just that. Well, that'll continue. The second use of our capital is very selectively when it makes strategic sense, and let me emphasize this, when it's accretive, we are willing to engage in inorganic opportunities. The most recent meaningful one was, of course, the acquisition of Zynga in 2022 for $9.7 billion in cash and stock, and then more recently the acquisition of Gearbox. And so, you know, I'm proud to say that all of our acquisitions have turned out to be accretive and successful over, you know, nearly a 2-decade period. That's pretty breathtaking for corporations, not generally the case. And I think that's because we're immensely disciplined. You're not going to see us doing deals hand over fist, but assuming our balance sheet continues to improve, I think you could imagine more inorganic growth in the future as well. And we've already said in this release today that we expect to be in a net cash position by the end of the fiscal year. And finally, we return capital to the shareholders when it makes sense. So far, we've done that through share buybacks, and they are opportunistic. We believe that share buybacks make sense for our shareholders when they are executed at deep value. Our last buyback was done at $158 a share. We'll see how the stock opens tomorrow, but I think no matter what, that was a pretty good plan on our side. So, like all stocks, they move around different price points. Our stock traded down as low as I think 195 in the last 6 weeks, and there is an opportunity to return capital to the shareholders when it makes sense.
Thanks for the reminder on those, Strauss. I guess maybe as a follow-up, and maybe some of the structural issues in the industry, including sales of current-gen consoles. I'm just curious how that impacts, your thinking or your assumptions in terms of establishing pricing and pre-order expectations for titles like GTA 6 in the coming year. Thank you.
Sorry, what would the relationship be from your point of view?
The install base of hardware may not be as high in this current console generation as it might otherwise have been. Certainly value price points for certain titles have done well versus premium pricing. So those considerations. Look,
when we look at pricing, I would not say we look at it in the context of the install base. We absolutely look at pricing in the context of the property itself. And so what we want to do in every situation, whether that's console, mobile, PC, frontline, or catalog, is deliver to the consumer vastly more entertainment value than what we charge. We want the consumer to have a great experience, and we think a consumer experience is the intersection of what you get and what you pay for it. And probably a great example of that is Mafia: The Old Country, which is a terrific title. But it's not, it's not a 100-hour experience, not a 50-hour experience. And so we priced the title at $50, and consumers were thrilled, and we had a massive hit on our hands. Now, I suspect we could have priced it at a higher level. We wanted to make sure that consumers loved it, and part of loving something is feeling good about what you pay for it.
Your next question comes from the line of Doug Creutz with TD Cowen. Please go ahead.
Hey, thank you. I wanted to ask, in the context of your guidance that mobile you're assuming is down this year, based on some attenuation in the performance of older games. Is that based on anything you're seeing in the year to date, or is that more of a, hey, these are older titles, let's be prudent in our outlook? Similar to, I think for many years you guys had sort of said we expect GTA Online to be down because it's a many-year-old live service game, and then it would typically do better. Can you just give some context around that, and then also what you might be assuming for your 2 new mobile launches within that guide? Thank you.
So it's a very fair question. We had a great year at Zynga, and I think it's more the way you characterized it, which is we're not prepared to guide to, continually beating expectations materially at any business unit. So we do guide as we see it, and this is how we see it. However, as you said, it is a reflection of the fact that some titles that were newer last year are older this year. Now, all that said, Toon Blast was up 25%, and it's a very old title. So we do have opportunities to exceed our expectations now and then. But this is our best estimate sitting here today. As far as our expectations around new launches, we in the mobile side particularly, we never anticipate huge numbers because it's just impossible to do so. Hit ratios are just too low. So our guidance would typically reflect our expectations around the marketing spend in the year, because we would never guide around doing something silly. In the mobile business, if you're getting bad immediate results from a marketing spend, you stop doing it. And our dev costs are pretty manageable in the mobile world. So I would say, unlike say console, where you have a big release, I'm not going to give you the example you want. So we have basketball coming up. We know how many units it sold so far. 10 million units sold in today. We know the prior year, the year before that, we have a sense of the market. Like, we can estimate that pretty well within a band. But with mobile, we just don't have the ability to do that. So I think it is, you correctly intuited that our mobile numbers would not include an expectation for some massive new release hit.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Corey Carpenter with JP Morgan. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. I had two questions on NBA 2K. Clearly, I think record year for the franchise this year, but hoping you could expand a bit on the trends you saw in the quarter. I think they moderated, you said in the prepared remarks, a little more than you had expected. So what did you see there? And then, Carl, maybe could you talk a bit about the engagement that you saw with the initial college basketball rollout? Thank you.
So for NBA, this was one of our strongest quarters for Q4 in the franchise history. In terms of looking at our expectations, this reflects the extreme growth of Q2 and Q3, where we saw a high concentration of spending from our most engaged players early in the year, which left less upside opportunity heading into Q4. So that's really what we saw in Q4 this year.
And on the college piece, yeah, we are very excited about our college release for season 5. I would describe it at this point as it's a taste of what's to come. We did a deal with that featured 16 universities. It's basically validated our expectations and the opportunity we think to be very meaningful for us going forward. So the short answer is stay tuned. It's very exciting for us, and we're very happy how things have turned out so far.
And maybe as a follow-up, Strauss, on the last earnings call, Google Genie had just launched in beta. There's been some conversations more recently around the ability for AI to perhaps create GTA 6 in a couple of months. I know this is a bit of a generic high-level question you've touched on before, but just given this remains a pretty big debate among investors, thought it'd be helpful to hear your latest views just around what you're seeing in AI and how you expect it to change the gaming industry and Take-Two in particular. Thanks.
We remain enormously optimistic. Technology helped build this company. Video games are created largely inside computers and always have been. When I started in the video game business in 1993, we were making 32-bit games, and they certainly didn't look anything like they do today, and that's all driven by tech. I think the sort of confusion surrounds a belief that somehow more efficient asset creation puts us at some disadvantage or creates a competitive advantage for someone else. And I just don't believe that's the case. To the extent that technology allows anyone to do a better job in asset creation, naturally we'll avail ourselves of the same technology. If you take a look at the tech in market that is currently licensed for the creation of video games, it's licensed broadly. No one exclusively licenses technology for video games. So if a competitor has access to AI and that allows someone to do something better, quicker, cheaper, then we would have access to the same thing. The second point that I've made that I would stand behind is that the asset creation is not the same as hit creation. So the entire story around the Gemini release was, wow, you can create assets that look like video games more easily than you could before. I hope that's true because that'll benefit us naturally. We have 3-part strategy: be the most creative, be the most innovative, be the most efficient. Seems to me that even if it doesn't help with creativity, it certainly should help with efficiency and innovation. So that could be thrilling, but we do have to remind ourselves asset creation is not the same as hit creation. And the best example of that is, there are thousands of new mobile releases a year, but there's a handful of new mobile hits a year, and we make some of them. Despite the fact that everyone has access to the same tech, because everyone licenses exactly the same underlying technology for the creation of mobile titles as we do. I remain highly optimistic. Now I'll give you a real world example. I was visiting one of our studios, and they showed me some advertisements that they were putting together to advertise their games. And these were live action ads, and they were funny and cute, 15 to 30-second ad units that you've seen a zillion times. And they were all created with AI, licensed AI, legal AI. And the script was done in-house for free. Well, by colleagues who work at the company already. and the software was used, AI software was used, the entire cost of making the spot was zero. And previously we hired third-party companies to actually create those with human beings. And those spots could cost $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. Now, please note, we, not only were we not interested in reducing our headcount to make this happen, we didn't have the opportunity to reduce our headcount to make this happen. The entire marketing team at this particular studio is 2 people. They're doing a great job. But what AI has allowed them to do is be more efficient, make great stuff, and do it cheaper. This is all a benefit to our company.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Chris Schul with UBS. Please go ahead.
Great, thank you. Strauss, I believe it was a few quarters ago you mentioned your expectations for GTA 6 continue to increase. Any updates you can provide on your general expectations and levels of confidence for the franchise based on the indicators you have at this point? And how do you expect that this title will perform relative to GTA 5? And then, Lainie, maybe I know there's a lot of noise to margins this year with the marketing and the software amort, but I believe I heard you said there's a lot of leverage over the next few years. But can you just remind us how you're thinking about the ability to return to the historic margin levels that Take-Two used to see? Thank you.
I don't recall the comment you alluded to. I'm pretty much, I think I've always said the same thing, which is, how could we not be? We're all extraordinarily excited about what Rockstar Games is working on. We're all incredibly enthusiastic about the upcoming release. And equally, this is a management team that never claims success before it occurs. And I'm pretty sure that every time we've had the luxury of having a conversation about an upcoming release that looked good, I've said, we absolutely never opine on how high is up. We certainly work toward the best result and hope for the best result. But that is out of our hands. What's in the hands of Rockstar, from a development point of view and a marketing point of view, is trying to make the best entertainment property they possibly can, and then bringing it effectively to consumers all over the world. That's what we aim to do, and we do feel really, really good about it.
Margin improvement remains a key priority in our financial strategy, but we recognize that margins will fluctuate over time based on a variety of factors. In fiscal 2027, we're reaching a new level of operating performance, which we expect to sustain well into the future, driven by a robust pipeline and expansion opportunities across our core franchises. So as we operate at this new level and generate operational efficiencies through reduction efforts and leveraging new technologies, including AI, we aim to enhance our margin profile over time. So if you think about our operating expense leverage, it represents our largest opportunity, which we believe we can achieve as we grow our scale, both organically and inorganically. We've mentioned previously that gross margins of many of our titles are affected by the increasing costs of development. So we've been making many structural improvements, including the driving efficiencies and reducing expenses. So you've seen some of that coming through the P&L in the last couple of years, and the leverage we've seen in the last year in terms of our operating expenses. Also, the D2C efforts in mobile, that's also working towards improving our margins. So this was a year where we scaled the business meaningfully and we achieved strong leverage on our expense structure. So we'll continue to do that as we look into the future.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Andrew Marok with Raymond James. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking my questions. Maybe one on the Rockstar Mission Creator. I know Strauss called that out in the prepared remarks as an interesting factor. I guess, are there any learnings from the early days of that and some of the recent missions that were created as you look to scale UGC and some of your Rockstar properties? And then I have a follow-up.
Look, we're trying to meet players where they are, and to the extent that people want to have a hand in creation, there are numerous opportunities for them to do so. So, I just think it's incredibly exciting, and our company embraces these advances. So, we're not precious about what we do here. We're open-minded. Another example of that is the 5M business. Where this started as sort of a business that was outside of our four walls, and now it's a business that's inside our four walls, and we're thrilled that it is.
Okay, thank you. And then maybe one more on mobile, if I could. I know that there has been some kind of correlation between the mobile business and macroeconomic factors.
We do not care.
I guess what level of conservatism might you be baking into the guide around general economic conditions as it relates to the mobile business? Thank you.
Well, look, we're not economists, although we certainly have a point of view about where the economy is going, and that is one of the factors we consider when we build guidance.
Your next question comes from the line of Matthew Cost with Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for taking the question. Strauss, there's a comment you made in the prepared remarks about your expectation to sustain higher levels of scale going forward. Just given the potential for Grand Theft Auto's performance this year, that's a high bar to clear going forward. So as investors think about the opportunity to sustain your scale off of that base, how should they think about the mix between just an ongoing significant revenue contribution from Grand Theft Auto versus the pipeline that you went into some good detail in the prepared remarks discussing? And then I have one follow-up. Thank you.
So it reminds me of my SATs. It's box D, all of the above.
Yeah. Okay.
Your next question comes from the line of James Heaney with Jefferies. Please go ahead.
Yeah, great. Maybe just diving in again on mobile. I mean, it's just been impressive to see continued growth of Toon Blast and Match Factory as kind of the biggest drivers for the segment. I was just hoping you could go into some detail about the unique drivers across those franchises that you think has sort of enabled them to continue growing this far after the initial launch. Thanks.
Well, actually, very different. So Toon Blast's been around for a really long time. Match Factory is relatively new. So Match Factory last year was still in growth mode, and we've projected that it would moderate. We'll see what actually happens. Toon Blast is a legacy title, and with regard to Toon Blast, what you're seeing is,
You stupid.
A title where the consumers who are involved are getting more and more involved, and that's a reflection of the content that Peak is putting into the game and offers that are made to consumers. So basically, with regard to a legacy title, where you may not have a sharp growth curve on DAUs, you will have an effort to actually serve the consumers we have much more effectively, and I think that's what you're seeing in Toon Blast. Match Factory is still in pretty steep early. It's not that old a title, so it's very different. We need to have, we need to be muscular in both areas. We need to be able to, to run our live services businesses really well for a long, long time, and Zynga does a phenomenal job at that. But by the way, so does Rockstar, right? GTA Online is a live services business. It's 13 years old. Red Dead Online is a legacy live services business. So NBA 2K Online is a live services business. We have to do everything well here. It's what makes this place an exciting place to work. We've got a pipeline of frontline titles. We got to turn them into hits. We don't always succeed, but we have to try. We have a live services business that I just mentioned. We have to optimize those across both mobile, console, and PC. And then, of course, we have a catalog. And when you add it all up and we do a good job across the board, you get the kind of year that we got last year. And we now expect to make a meaningful step up, obviously driven largely by the launch of GTA 6, but also driven by performance of the rest of the business. And then we expect to set that as a new base from which to grow. And that's a reflection of firing on all cylinders. Undoubtedly, we'll have some lapses along the way. We don't know where the lapses will be. But if history is any guide, we'll also have some titles that will meaningfully beat expectations going forward. And part of our three-part strategy of being the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient is indeed to be the most innovative. And if you look at the history of the company, we've been a leader in innovations, whether that's cross-development or marketing. And I have no doubt in the coming years we'll be able to innovate further. And I don't know exactly what form that'll take, but I would just note that this company doesn't look anything like it did 19 years ago, despite still being in the interactive entertainment business. Lots of what we do here didn't even exist back then. And this industry, never mind the company, is still on a sharp growth curve in terms of its cohort of engaged consumers and the opportunities to do new things and bring those new things to people in new ways.
Helpful context. Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Jason Bazinet with Citi. Please go ahead.
I just had a quick historical question. In the past, when you've been confronted with, these big titles, like, I don't know, whether it's GTA 4 or 5 or the last two Red Deads, how accurate would you say your firm, your management team was in terms of predicting, how well these titles would do? Were there some that sort of disappointed or others that really beat, or were they sort of all within a pretty tight confidence interval in terms of your own internal expectations?
So with regard to the titles you mentioned, as it happened, they all performed better than we had expected, but we've had plenty of other titles that disappointed, candidly. Thankfully, not of late.
Okay.
And they tend to be few and far between. But it would not be accurate to say that our expectations are always exceeded, not accurate in the least. And that's why, we are, I think, appropriately humble around here. This is the entertainment business. It is unforgiving. We try our hardest. We do not always succeed.
Understood. Thank you for that color.
Your next question comes from the line of Alec Brundolo with Wells Fargo. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hey, thanks so much for the question. I appreciate it. I think I want to maybe try to ask Colin Sebastian's question in a little bit of a different way. I think that there's been a lot of conversations in the industry over the last several months about the growth of Roblox, the growth of lower priced games on Steam, and the 10 to 20 price point. It seems like it's mostly driven by younger gamers. Obviously Take-Two doesn't participate meaningfully in those categories. You have, a couple of lower priced games in the $50 range like Mafia. I think the question is what is the level of confidence that the newer cohort of gamers will graduate into more premium AAA experiences over time? I think the question is the young person that's playing Roblox, are they going to want to play $80 Grand Theft Auto 6 when they grow up? Or might they be habituated onto lower fidelity titles? Any thoughts there would be helpful.
So actually, it's the contrary. When entertainment properties are aimed at children, I don't know if you have children, but right around the age of 10 or 11, they do not want to be children anymore. They want to be teenagers. So one of the issues, and this is not by way of being critical of anyone else in the industry, but one of the issues with children's programming, whether that's linear entertainment or interactive entertainment, is that children reach a certain point, they don't want to be engaged with kids programming anymore, even if it's appealing to them. So it's not that a certain kind of kids-oriented interactive entertainment is necessarily a feeder to what we do in certain parts of this company. Remember, we also do make plenty of entertainment around here that's available for all audiences. But with regard to our M-rated titles, it's not necessarily the case that something else is a feeder to it. It's a different business, but it is a business that is only available if you're 17 or above. And I think if you engage with interactive entertainment and you're 17 or above, it's very difficult for me to imagine that you wouldn't be incredibly interested in our M-rated titles, specifically one that is coming up.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Your next question comes from the line of Eric Sheridan with Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Thanks so much for taking the question. Maybe building on two of the topics we've talked about on the call so far, with respect to mobile advertising and building additional optimization around user acquisition, how are you thinking about the as more AI and machine learning with respect to either being able to deploy more dollars at a higher return on ad spend or possibly becoming more efficient with respect to advertising? And if possible, I have a quick follow-up.
Well, we certainly try to do that. We work with AppLovin and we are trying to optimize, of course, our return on ad spend. And sometimes things are going really well in the market. At other times we're frustrated in the market, depending on what's going on. There have been moments, for example, when we really couldn't get out there and spend because we could not find inventory at a price that made sense. There are other times when we can do that. That changes. It's our job to make sure that we understand the payback period on what we're spending, and we have very tight guidelines about that. But you have to be on top of it all the time, because when you spend money in mobile, as you know, you're spending it based on an expectation that you'll earn it back over a period of time. That expectation is based on prior history, but prior history isn't always dispositive with regard to what happens in the future. So we are constantly on a daily basis tuning up our models that will inform how we spend money on user acquisition. As I said, sometimes it's greater, sometimes it's lower. We also have this weird anomaly, which I'm sure you're aware of, which is if we're out of the UA business for a period of time because we don't like it, of course we make more money because there's no UA that's spent that comes back the same day in its entirety. Sometimes we get a really quick payback period. We have had experiences where the payback period has been as quick as 90 days. And
Hey
I
Ron,
don't
suck
think we
my
talk
dick,
publicly
pussy.
about our expectations around the
Cry
payback
harder.
period in general. But let's just say I think we're more conservative than most. To answer your question, are there new opportunities
Fucking
to be
faggot.
more efficient in this area? Yes, I believe so. And of course, it's not lost on anyone that after Apple changed their attribution characteristics, the entire industry was challenged. But you can see from our own results with Zynga last year that we have surmounted those challenges and we feel pretty good about how the business operates now.
Great. And if I could just ask one more, with respect to your approach to go to market with DTC, any new learnings about what the opportunity set might look like or the ceiling of that opportunity might be to grow the percentage of mix from DTC over time? Thanks so much.
Well, look, I've been saying for a long time that I thought both sort of the competitive landscape and the regulatory landscape would be favorable with regard to our overall distribution costing and taking as part of our overall distribution cost, our D2C cost, which is materially lower than third-party cost, but multiplied by the share of market related to DTC. And
No, this dude's got TG's balls all down his throat. Come on, bro. You still talk shit about TG. Meanwhile, he has 20K. Bro, if he has 20K viewers and you care about him so much, why are you even here? Are you fucking retarded?
The goal of this company is to make hits and bring them to consumers wherever they are, however they want them. And of course, to do so on economic terms. We value our third-party retailers greatly.
Bro,
We
definitely
especially
lack
value them when they
like
provide marketing
hella oxygen at birth.
opportunities for us. And
Probably
we
was a
understand
C-section.
that
Probably was
there's
dropped on
value
your
in the
head.
marketing that
Definitely was
third-party
held back a few
retailers
years.
can provide. And that would intersect with
Shout
how
out
much
about
they
reading
charge
some
us
books.
for access to their
I'm sorry, it's probably
consumers.
too late for you, bro. You're
So
that
the
fucking
more
cooked.
value
Your brain
a
is
third-party
fried,
retailer
bro.
provides to us from a marketing point of view,
Like, dude,
the
get that man's
more comfortable we
balls
are
and
working with
cum
them.
and everything out of your
At the same time,
fucking
there
throat, bro,
is
if
a
that's even
role for
possible.
direct-to-consumer opportunities.
Like, what the
For us,
actual
it's
fuck is
all
wrong
of
with
the
you,
above.
dude?
Your next question comes from the line of Mike Hickey with StoneX. Please go ahead.
Hey, Strauss, Carl, Laney, Nicole, congrats, guys. On a great year and a great guide. Very exciting. Just two questions, Strauss. First, I think you referenced before being astonished by Rockstar's marketing creativity. Clearly, they've got precedent there. Can you talk, I guess, philosophically about how Rockstar thinks about building anticipation for a game launch of this scale, and how beneficial that marketing effort can be in terms of sustaining or even building demand for around the current GTA ecosystem, and if that ancillary benefit is baked into your guidance? Follow-up.
Well, look, thanks for the question. I'm obviously not going to go into detail. What we've said about marketing GTA 6 is that marketing will start this summer. And as you know, any information around releases and marketing comes from our labels, and that shouldn't be news to you. That said, do we see in any release, no matter how highly anticipated it is, both the need to market the title and the opportunity in marketing the title? We do. And I was asked about this earlier, and because I absolutely refuse to use a title of ours as an example, I use someone else's. And I said, so there's a new release of Mission Impossible, and it's starring Tom Cruise. Like, we all know what that looks like, and I, for one, am going to see that movie. Like, I'm going to see that movie. But Paramount still spends a whole lot of money to market that, to make sure that people know it's out and it's great and it's worth seeing. And I think that's the story of the entertainment business. So, I don't think there's any situation where one can expect to have a massive hit and not engage heavily in the marketing. And, I think that will be true for this company across the board. And I think, again, across the board, actually, I think this company does spectacular marketing, and, whatever we did last year, we got to do better this year. Whatever we do this year, we got to do better next year. We demand it of ourselves, and frankly, the market demands it of us.
Nice. On AI, Strauss, not to be redundant, you gave a really thorough answer, but maybe just for clarification, do you feel like at this point you've got broad buy-in from your studio leadership around the use of AI tools, not just in marketing, but in game development? And when you think about these tools over time, I know you're doing a lot in terms of investing in product tools related to AI. Do you think this will allow you and your studio teams to unlock maybe some dormant franchise IP or even new IP that may not have been produced over the last decade plus due to resource constraints? And if that's the case, would you look to build headcount into that opportunity? Thank you.
I think that everyone is bought into the possibilities of new technology. And I think there are times when some of my colleagues think I'm too conservative on the topic. I've actually never been accused internally of like going too fast or doing crazy stuff. I think I probably err on the side of being a little more conservative. Think about it. You know, the people who are on the front lines of developing here are absolute experts in software, in art, and in video games. And the way they got the job to work at a company like this is because they were on the front lines and because they were innovating and they were highly creative and because they were efficient. So you have to assume that they're going to be the first people to embrace new technology that allows them to do a better job. That said, we're known for making these beautiful handcrafted titles around here. And any technology that we use, I think, will be in the hands of immensely creative people and will take the form of handcrafting. Our art is created in computers. It always has been. But our art is created by human beings using computers. And I believe that will continue to be the case.
Thanks, guys.
Your next question comes from the line of Brian Pitts with BMO Capital Markets. Please go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know. My bad, guys. My bad, Brandon.
Thanks for the questions. I'll try a couple here.
Go ahead.
Any additional color you can provide on GTA 6 around your framework for the PC release, as well as if the game, has any chance of being cross-platform? Also, any best estimates on when we could see a pre-sale launch for the game? If not, perhaps you could at least provide your best guesstimate of timing on hearing more of these details. Thanks.
Yeah, as you know, look, the PC market's a great market, and it's growing for console type titles, and it's a market we serve avidly. And virtually all of our hit titles end up on all platforms over time. That said, Rockstar Games has announced GTA 6 for console only so far, and we're excited about our November 19th release.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from the line of Ron Song with Wolfe Research. Please go ahead.
Hey guys, thanks for the question. Just turning back to NBA. I know Laney talked about the fourth quarter, but as we look at fiscal 27 and lapping that 30% RCS growth, I guess, is there anything you can share, break down on what gives you the line of sight to being able to sustain the high single digits? I guess I'm really trying to get at how you think about the stage of growth for monetization and engagement for the basketball franchise, noting what Carl said about the stay tuned comment. Thanks.
So we're incredibly proud of NBA 2K's fiscal 2026 record-breaking results, and we're applying the successful learnings to our strategy for this year, including within NBA 2K27. And while fiscal 2026 set records, we have a consistent track record of delivering strong, sustainable RCS growth and are confident in doing so in fiscal 2027. So, when VC looks at the game each year, they just do not, sort of rest on their laurels. They continue to make this game bigger and better every year. And we've seen that time and time again.
Your next question comes from the line of Martin Yang with Oppenheimer. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for taking the question. I have one question on mobile. Zynga has meaningful presence in Turkey with Rollic and Peak. Can you maybe comment on whether those studios have benefited from the local government policy that favors developers that was released this year?
So obviously, we've had a lot of great success in the Turkish market from a development perspective. Some of our biggest and best titles in our studios are in Turkey. We have a fantastic relationship with our developers there, and we love being in that environment. In terms of sort of the government influence, government opportunities, to the extent that there are opportunities available in any jurisdiction where we operate, we would take advantage of those as much as we possibly can. Local jurisdictions are very important business partners to us, and it's something that we take very seriously because it's an opportunity. It's not only good for us, but it's also good for the local markets.
Thanks, Carl.
Your next question comes from the line of Omar Dessouky with Bank of America. Please go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my question. So Strauss, I was in the audience at a conference you spoke at recently, and you made a couple of comments that really caught my attention. So one comment was that you would price your games to reflect the value that they provide for consumers. And then a second comment was that the retail price of video games has gone down in real terms over the years. So do your comments imply that you also believe a $70 price tag would be too low for GTA 6 relative to its value to consumers? Because by that logic, a $70 price tag implies to me that the consumer value of GTA 6 will also go down. Now, if I've misheard your comments, I apologize. However, if my logic is flawed, then what would a $70 price tag imply about the consumer value of GTA 6 relative to its predecessor?
I think what I was trying to get at was on real terms, video games have become a better and better deal for consumers over a period of time, and that's a good thing. So I don't think the comments are in conflict. In other words, if you can give people something really great and you can offer it on really favorable economic terms, that's a win-win. So I was really trying to make the point that even though I think the value has grown materially, certainly a video game, released today is vastly more exciting, compelling, intriguing, and longer-lasting entertainment than it was when I was at Crystal Dynamics in 1993. But in real terms, frontline prices have declined. I was using that as a backdrop to point out that we think that the most important thing is to deliver the best entertainment on earth. And then the second most important thing is to do it on really favorable economic terms. But I didn't mean to guide in any way, how you should think about our upcoming unannounced price on any release. That'll become clear to the market in the fullness of time. Whatever it is, though, we want it to represent enormous value to the consumer.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Your next question comes from the line of Clay Griffin with MoffettNathanson LLC. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Good afternoon. You all had such success with, I think you coined the phrase actually, tethered free to play with GTA Online. It helped you sell full game units, and full game unit sales helped onboard people onto GTA Online. I know the industry has changed a lot over the years, but and you haven't announced any pricing or packaging as it relates to this topic. But just curious if there are dynamics, evolutions in the industry that would make that decision different than the decision you so successfully used with GTA 5 and GTA Online, the tethered free-to-play strategy.
I think, of course, not having announced any online version for GTA 6, it certainly would be premature to talk about, an upcoming business model for something that we haven't talked about. But I think conceptually, what we pride ourselves on here is being thoughtful and open-minded, and trying to meet consumers where they are and trying to optimize the entertainment or experience for those consumers. And that's what we've been talking about a lot on this call. When it really comes down to it, what does this company think about? 24/7, what do I think about? I think about making sure that this is an enterprise that more so than any other entertainment enterprise on earth focuses on making hit properties that excite and engage consumers. That's what we all think about. Right now, I'm in a room with our staff, right? They're in this room, we're staff executives, right? I'm with the IR team, the finance team, the operations team, legal team. But our job, we don't make the titles here. We don't market them, not in this room, not the room that's talking to you today. But our mission is to make great entertainment properties. And if we get that right as an organization, all 14,000 people, full-time colleagues and contractors associated with Take-Two and our affiliates, focus on making the best entertainment on earth, then everything else will take care of itself. Naturally, we have to be the most thoughtful people, the most aggressive people with regard to marketing and distribution. By the way, legal activities, finance activities, accounting activities, tax activities as well. That's our job. But the mission of the organization is to make great entertainment. And having spent a long time in every entertainment business there is, I can tell you one thing: hits cure all ills. Make great hits over and over and over again, you're gonna have a great enterprise. And we're so proud of everything this company does, and we're so proud of the culture in which we do it. But if we don't get up every day and make hits, none of that matters. So that's our job. That's what we focus on. And frankly, the results that we're talking about today and the guidance that we gave you for tomorrow, all of that is based on having made hits, having delivered hits, and an expectation that we are going to bless you, and an expectation that we're going to continue doing just that at a higher and higher level.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Your next question comes from the line of Drew Crum, B. Riley Securities. Please go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Hey guys, good afternoon. So looking at your net bookings guidance, how, if in any way, is potential cannibalization from GTA 6 influencing your view or range of outcomes you see for fiscal 27? Thanks.
Look, the cannibalization doesn't really apply to the entertainment business. In the entertainment business, you compete against everything. You compete against your competitors. You compete against yourselves. You compete against nothing, the choice to do nothing. So if you're in the grocery business, like everyone needs to eat, so you're competing with the grocery store next door. But with regard to entertainment, if there's something that you want in the market and then there's something else that you want, you'll try to buy both. And if there's nothing that you want, you won't buy either. So there's no one-to-one cannibalization. And in fact, history shows that when there's a big hit in the market, you know what it does? It energizes consumers around the entertainment market, and they consume more. So I actually think if we're fortunate enough to have the kind of year that we expect, maybe we'll even do a little better than we expect. That's not just going to be good for Take-Two and our labels. It's going to be good for the industry as a whole.
Thanks, Strauss.
That concludes our question and answer session. I will now turn the call back to Strauss Zelnick for closing remarks.
I've spoken an awful lot today, and as you pointed out, I've been at a bunch of conferences lately too, so maybe no one needs to hear any more than me, more from me. I would like to say this though, we delivered great results that we talked about today, and we set a guidance that reflects great results going forward. All of that comes from our colleagues around the world. So I want to take a minute to express this management team's enormous gratitude and my personal gratitude to our creative teams, our marketing teams, and our distribution teams, and our finance teams and our operations teams all over the world, more than 100 offices around the world, if I'm not mistaken, who work incredibly hard in an incredibly dedicated way to support our collective mission. All of this is because of their work. I get to organize the victory lap. So thank you to our team. And then I'd like to take a moment also to thank our shareholders and everyone who supports us and the people who attended this call. It's always nice to have a good news call, and we're really happy to share with you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, This concludes today's call. Thank you all for joining. You may now disconnect.
Oh Lord, holy man, that was pretty bad. That was that was atrocious. I'm not gonna lie, dude. The amount of times motherfuckers were asking about mobile, dude, just blew my mind. I like, what the fuck is wrong with people, dude? Like, what world do they live in, man? Like, I mean, I get it's probably or it was mainly boomers, and I guess they do play more mobile games, so that makes sense. But yeah, I kind of, warned you guys. I know it's gonna be that bad. Like that was pretty bad. But at least we did get a couple things out of Strazonic. He did confirm the release date 100%. It's confirmed. That way we don't got to worry about no um delays anymore. And then what else did he say but like dodge a question? Someone said Curvin did he say like dodge a question of crossplay. And then what else? He said something pretty interesting I wanted to touch on as well about oh, the price. He basically said oh, there's a tweet too. I need to show you guys. He said the price, the way he said it was basically like, look, the quality of the game is going to be the standard price. He didn't say exactly like that, but he might as well have. So that tells me like I heard him say that, it tells me it's going to be your standard, price for a game, which would be 70 USD. Um, This is what Shazzelnick said earlier when he did an interview, because he just said he's doing like tons of interviews and shit for marketing, or about to be. Um, don't expect any GTA 6 news for a few weeks. Shazzelnick told Variety, so the next few weeks, I don't think it'll be summertime yet. But when it's summertime, Rockstar expects to start marketing. So in other words, he's telling us the best way possible to literally wait till summertime, which will be exactly a month from now, for those who are wondering. The 21st of June is when summer officially starts. So a lot of you guys, they were saying like June or July. You guys may be right. Hopefully it's only a few weeks away from now, because like I don't know much more the community and everyone can take without any news at all. Like, it's brutal, man. It was brutal enough to get through that call, but yeah, man. Anyways, thank you everyone that pulled up, bro. Um listen to that shit with me. That shit was that was brutal. But we did get a few positives, I guess. Um I didn't expect obviously for him to break any news about GTA 6, as he said during that call. It's not what they do. And yeah, some people like are in there just like so retarded, bro. Like the comments and like this fool that came in here earlier, like riding TG's nuts so hard, bro, talking about like what the fucking I've never seen someone glaze so hard for another man, bro. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that dude earlier said that is falling in love at the moment as we speak with an AI fucking robot, bro. They actually have those apps, I'm pretty sure now. That's gonna be his love life. People like that, bro. I swear to God. But it's basically it's corporate talk. So you guys heard a lot of banks that call in, investors, shit like that. So yeah, I mean, we still can get something. I mean, oh shit. Um, we definitely could get something in the next couple weeks, but we gotta probably wait till I'd say this summer. So in my bad, guys. No, I have my fucking phone. Yeah, I'm gonna start to wrap it up here. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I'm probably gonna go back live tonight, but I don't. I don't know. I'm gonna try to though, just so we can chill and just like, just do some other shit and hang out later tonight. All right. But hey, W's in the chat for my mans that came through with 300. Literally dropped three $100 super chats, man. My man's let me get his American Screeching Eagle, man. Huge shout out to him. And with the $300, and then Spaz as well, the $2 super chat, man. And as always, man, if there is anything that breaks, I will cover it as soon as I can. All right, you guys. But yeah, I'll try my best to go back live tonight. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay you guys can stay up to date with everything in the Discord. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a good day.